My hair looks a mess.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
There's no speaker.
Oh, I just heard you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
I wasn't sure if you'd be able to hear me.
Yeah, I can. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Trying to make sure I'm getting tested up here. Let's see.
I know the angle's tough to get sometimes, isn't it?
We gotta make sure our hair looks good, Jeff, and everything.
I put on a tie for you this morning.
Looking sharp. Ready to roll. Blair, are people down there already?
Not yet, just me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Are you still in Austin?
Yes, we are. We have the Gary lab today.
Right.
Yeah. RD meeting was yesterday. And then we'll get to learn about all the tech today. Morning, Heather.
Good morning. Small crowd.
I know. Hey, can you not find it? Hello? Oopsie. Shoot. Good morning, Libby and Rhonda.
Morning.
Morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay, let's see here. This one. My list. Let's see here. We're gonna wait just a couple more minutes. Who else? Good morning, Coretta.
Good morning. Do you know how to put your camera on?
Yep, go to the bottom and hit start video. The bottom left, next to where it says mute.
It's telling me I have to go to my settings.
This is a dumb question, but do you have a camera on the computer you're using?
Well, I'm on my phone.
Okay, then you definitely do. Okay, go to, let's see, hold on, let me think about that for a second.
You probably have to give this app permission.
Oh, so go to,
Oh, is that what it is, Heather? I bet you're
Yeah,
right.
sometimes you have to give it permission for like the microphone and everything in the video.
Okay.
So you can try that.
hey.
Oh, you got it.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, Anna.
Hello, good morning.
We got to watch the video of Amelia in the bathtub last night, and we laughed so hard.
Oh, are you in Austin with them?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know who all was there. Yes, I was laughing really hard, which of course she just sits there and says "Dada" as much as
I know. That's what we were laughing at. It was hilarious.
It's totally cool. I'm not mad at all.
She was a stinker. So cute. Super cute. Troy, I see your name, but not you.
You don't see me?
Nope, you gotta go to the bottom and hit start video. Hey, Jason,
Hey, morning.
how are you?
Good, you?
Good. Hey, Beth.
Hey there.
Matt Brown, what's up?
Good morning.
There you are. We see you now. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Dana, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Can you hear me today? I don't know what was going on last time.
I can hear you. I got you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me, 1 second, guys.
We just did pink and greens. Morning huddle.
Are those all your greens?
Those are my greens.
Wow.
So we did,
Nice.
so we're trying. Yeah, but I'm gross zero, so kick my ass. But I mean, I'm Jew.
I love your honesty.
Yeah. I'm an honest guy, boy. I'll tell you. Just
Full transparency. Hey, Amy.
Hi, Sheridan's on the phone. He's on his way in.
Okay. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good, thanks.
Wonderful.
Hold on 1 second. Wait, Tammy, are you on? I think so.
I am. Sorry, I'm in my car.
That's okay. I was just making sure I've got you.
Hey, Dana, Ryan's going to be calling in. He's in the office here. He just put
Okay,
that in.
sounds good.
He's going to be calling on his way to an appointment.
Perfect. Got it. Kirsten, is that you?
Yeah, good morning.
I got it right this time.
I know, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks for being on. Okay, gang, we're gonna wait we've got Terrie as a guest today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Everybody say hi to Troy Marsh. This is his first Zoom. New team leader in Columbus as a consultant.
Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Guys.
Hey, Troy.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple things. We're going to do a couple of different things today, and then I've got Terrie coming on with some really good information for you guys as well. So I want to start off by sharing, I want you to write down, you're going to write down 5 things. Actually, you're going to write down a couple of things, but first we're going to write down 5 things. And hey, Sheridan, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. How are you guys?
Good, thanks. Hey, Scott, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so I listened to a great podcast on the plane on the way here, and I wanted to share this with you guys. And it was Luke Holtz talking about how to be a leader. And I just think this is a good reminder for us as we're starting, getting ready to start another fresh new year. Can y'all believe that? I cannot believe that we're starting a new year. It's wild. So here's what Lou talked about. He talked about how to be a leader. Maybe some of you may have heard this. It's on the Entree Leadership podcast. But I want you to write down these 5 things because I just think they're awesome. So number 1 is you have to have a vision of where you're going to take the organization that year. So a vision of where you're going to take the organization that year. Terrie, good morning. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Go to the bottom left and hit unmute maybe. Number 2 is a plan on how you're going to get there. So how are you going to get to where that vision is that you're going to take the organization in 2019? What's the plan? Number 3 is to lead by example. Number 4 is sometimes the most difficult, which that is hold people accountable for the choices they make. And the key word in there is I guess I should say, choices they make. Because we all have the ability to make our own choices. And people on your leadership team are going to make their own choices. Agents in your office are going to make their own choices, and we are going to make our own choices. So hold people accountable for the choices they make. And then number 5 is to make sure everyone in the organization understands its core values. Make sure everyone in the organization understands the organization's core values. And sometimes I think that we miss that, or we forget what those core values are. And some of us maybe don't even know, and we need to go back and reassess what our core values are. A lot of you have done, let me ask, just raise your hand if you've done the exercise where it's that sheet with all those words and everyone on your team picks their 5 words, and then those are the core values of your organization. Steph, I know you had, Matt, I know you had. Okay, I'll resend that out to you guys. I think that's such a good thing to do with your leadership team at the end of a year for beginning of a year, because it really has everyone's buy-in for how they lead and then what those values are for your organization. So the last thing,
Dana, to do it. This is the time of year now to do it again.
Yep, 100%, Jeff. Yeah, you're spot on. I'll resend those to you guys. And then the one thing I want you to think about with this is, where do you really want the organization, where do you want your market center to be at the end of 2019? And then what are you willing to sacrifice to get there? Because here's the deal, at the end of the day, all great things come with sacrifice. Would you guys agree?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So what are you willing to sacrifice to get there? To be able to hit where you really want your market center to be at the end of next year. And there's no better time than to think about this than now as we wrap up this year and move into next year. Any thoughts, comments, concerns on that? We're good?
Dana, do you have an example of that everybody pick your 5 words? I know you did that here when I was an agent. Do you have an example of that you could send out to us?
I do. Yep. I will send that to you guys. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I can snap the picture of ours that's in the cafe, the big white thing, and send that if you want.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be awesome, just until I get it to everybody tonight, because I'm walking straight into Gary Keller as soon as the second we end this.
I'll walk back after and snap a picture of it and send it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
You're awesome. Thank you. Okay, so really quickly before Terrie starts, I figured it would be easiest to go ahead and run through and get your all's gross and net so that we can have some time with her. And then I want to end with something that we got from the RD meeting yesterday for you guys. So I'm just going to start and roll down through the list. So your actual gross and net and what you're committed to transmit with gross and net. Jeff House. You're
Yes.
Ed.
0 and 0. I'm committed to 3 and 3.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Jeff Marmer.
1 and 0, committed to 4 and 2.
Perfect. Thank you. Anna.
2, -1, and I'm committed to 8, 5.
Perfect. Thank you. Coretta.
1, -11, and committed to 4, -7.
Perfect. Thank you. Rhonda, do you have West's numbers?
No, I think
That's okay.
that directly into Blair, but I'll double check on that with him today. I'm not sure if he did that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Libby.
We are at gross 1, net 1, committed to 530.
Thank you. Jason.
Hey, I'm 2 and 1, and I'm committed to 5 and 3.
Good job on the 5 and 3. Awesome. Amy and Sheridan.
So actuals is 1 - 2, and committed to transmit with 6 - 3.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Troy.
Actual 9 and 4, committed to 9 and 3.
Thank you. Tony. Good morning, by the way, Tony.
Hi. I'm 2 and 1 right now, and I'm committed to 5 and 5. We're set up for 5 and 5. We're just waiting on some licenses to come back.
Okay. Thank you. Kirsten, Kim.
Yeah, gross 8 and 5, and we're committed to 10 and 7.
Great job. Thank you. Andrea or Dayla?
We are gross 4, net 0, committed to 8 and 4.
Awesome. Thank you, Dayla. Heather.
1, 1, and committed to 2 and 1.
Thank you. Tammy?
I am at 1, -2, committed to 4 and 3.
Thank you. And hold on, sorry, Matt Brown?
We are 9, 8 actual, committed to 12 and 11.
You guys got a big one for E-Town.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then Beth or Justin?
We're at 7 and 2, committed to 10 and 5.
Good job. Thanks, Beth. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Scott. Dang. Sorry, Scott. Okay, I'm ready.
Sorry, had my mute on. We are gross 0, net 0 actual, and we're going to commit to 4 gross, 2 net.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Got it. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, Terrie. Welcome, Terrie Foster. Woo! Get So also, for those of you guys that don't know, remember at the top, you can click on speaker view, and that'll make, you can see her a little bit better, or you can click on gallery view to see everybody. Oh, wait, we can't hear you. Hold on, Terrie, go to the bottom left and hit unmute.
Oh, there we go. I forgot I muted myself to print something. Okay, hi.
Good morning.
Hey,
Yeah, don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. Do not zoom in this morning. Yeah, you might get the raw Terrie. I have a really great leadership question to start off, Dana.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, how many of you guys have cozy socks? Have you had these Christmas cozy socks yet? Anyway. I'm addicted to cozy socks when I get to be home. Okay.
How lucky are you that you get to do this call in cozy socks is what I'm more thinking about.
Everybody has an opportunity. I'm just saying. Anyway, no, I've been teaching this week, and I teach again tomorrow, so I've been in now. So today's my cozy sock day till I go pick up Miss Debbie Frapp.
Lucky you.
Okay, so I just want to pose an idea with everyone. I'm glad I got to be in on reading those results and commitments. I love that. I think that we've been doing a really great job with everybody working on their commitments, and really the commitment being what they can see in their pipeline. And any of you guys that coach with me are going to say, if she says that one more time, I'm just going to turn her off. But that is what I say. Yeah, look at you laughing, Matt. If it's not in your pipeline, there's nothing to commit to, guys. And here's what I know about the Ohio Valley region. I pulled this quote out of our Maxwell Exchange event that we were all at, and I read it this week when I was in my own market center teaching. People tend to become what the most important people in their life think of them. People tend to become what the most important people in their life think about them. The Ohio Valley leadership thinks the world of all of you. And I get the opportunity to get to talk to them frequently as I talk to you guys frequently. And I just wanted to start off by saying, no one should not be able to hit their goal because of the belief that this region has in all of you. And the OPs that I coach, the belief that you have in your team leader. So I just wanted to not talk about cozy socks, but give you a really great quote, and then talk about a plan that maybe could be implemented inside of your market centers. And I would propose that this maybe be done before the end of the year and then right after the first of the year. How many of you guys have heard of MAD Day? Like MAD Day? Anybody? No?
Good. Perfect.
Yay, good. All right. I can feel important now. Okay, so MAD Day is Massive Action Day. Massive Action Day. In my Des Moines, Iowa Market Center, we've done it for the past few years, and we're doing it right now, getting prepared for it. And what Massive Action Day is literally the market center being serious about lead generation and having fun. So I had sent to Dana, I don't have their outline. They were going to send me their outline, and I've got all the scripts that we use. And it's a day kind of like Red Day. What do we do on Red Day? What happens on Red Day?
Shut down and give back to the community.
It's a day we give up. We stop. We don't work in the market center. We give back to the community, right? Well, think of Massive Action Day as the same thing, right? It's a day that everybody's going to come together, leadership team, agents, right? ALC, vendors, and we're going to put together a Massive Action Day. And the day is devoted to nothing but lead generation. And maybe you go 9 to 3 or whatever, maybe you don't go all day, but the point of it is to create such energy and momentum around getting everyone in the market center dialing. And it would look something like, I wrote this out. So maybe the first hour you spend on for sale by owner scripts. So there's a script and everybody just dials for sale by owners for an hour. And then you break and you have coffee and cookies or whatever that looks like provided by a vendor. And then you go back into an hour of lead generation. And now maybe you're calling expireds, right? You call expireds for an hour. And then you break and you come back together and a vendor's provided lunch and everybody has some lunch and they talk about the success. You get back together and you dial an hour again on another topic. And of course, leadership team, you can pick your topics, right? You can dial on people that are in your pipeline that you've not grossed yet, people that you've never talked to. You can give the productivity coaches, therapists. You guys get the general idea, right? Everybody's dialing. And then you dial, you break, you dial, you break. And at the very end, you come up with, we're going to calculate what we've done, because all day long we're tracking what? Dials. We're tracking how many conversations that we've had. We're tracking how many appointments that we've set. And then we're going to come together at the end of the day with all of those results. And we're going to celebrate. I can't remember if we're doing like wine and cheese this year or whatever. And you can invite recruits to come in and be a part of your open house at the end of the day. And part of the open house, you're just celebrating the day's results, whatever that looks like. But then you're posting on social media, you're taking videos, it's giving you ammunition. So any questions? Does anybody have any input? Has anybody done that?
I've actually been doing that since way back in my PC days, because that was so long ago, But yeah, we actually called it Power Day, and we do it once a month. And Terrie's exactly right. The energy that it brings to the market center is different level. And we've actually had 2 recruits attend those coming from other brokerage. Since then, we've signed both of them. So
wow, good job.
And we do something really similar at the end. Actually, our productivity coach, they come together with small little prizes, whether it be just little small little Starbucks gift cards or different things like that. And you get awards for whoever makes the most dials, who sets the most buyer appointments, who sets the most seller appointments, so on and so forth. So.
How many hours do you go, Matt? What's your kind of typical day of that?
Typically, we go from 10 to 3, and then we will bring a vendor in and do a lunch and learn. So it's a working lunch. Last time we had a mortgage company come in and teach about different loan products. Then, of course, they bring lunch, and then we eat and kind of hang out. And the key behind it all is, like what Terrie said, is to take those short breaks, because we go 2 hours lunch and then 2 hours. But we take a break after each hour and we talk about, okay, what objections did you get? And then as a group, we almost just mastermind on, here's what, I do to overcome that objection. And it really builds a team atmosphere amongst the market center.
And then the reception is at the end at 3?
Yeah, at the 3, we just do a quick little 10, 15-minute, announce prizes, give congratulations. And then we always take a big picture and then make sure everybody's kind of holding up their prizes. And of course, we push that out through social media.
Yeah.
I've also been doing this on a smaller scale. Every Thursday from 9 to 11, so today, they're actually doing it right now. I bought this little miniature gong that's like this big, and we put it up with our director of first impressions, and it's calling, so everybody has their door open, and we've got everybody kind of in our open seating area that does lead gen together on Thursdays from 9 to 11, and just to get them in the habit of something that is continual. And when they get an appointment, they get to hit the gong, and then everybody sticks their head out of their offices and says, "Who got an appointment? Who got an appointment?" And then our director of first impressions keeps track of who gets the most appointments, and whoever gets them gets a Dundee award from the office. We thought that was cute, and they get to keep it all week until the next week. Someone gets to earn it again.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. I love that, Anna.
That is awesome. You know, leadership.
It's a lot of fun.
This is such a huge, huge, huge opportunity for you to set the lid, right? Demonstrate leadership. Leadership is earned. It is not high fives. It's not a slap on the, you know what I'm saying? It is earned. It is, they've got to see you doing it, and they've got to see your results. And when you don't think they're not watching, they are. They really are. You can change the energy in the market center by changing your results. Do you guys believe in that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really? I mean, seriously. And so while you're doing your calling and your team is doing the calling, all MCAs involved, all PCs involved, everybody involved doing this styling, and you're demonstrating that you're doing it as a team, you're just showing how valuable it is. And right now, I mean, wouldn't you guys agree with, you know, I've heard some struggles. I'm not going to lie. I've heard some struggles this week on calls, people canceling, people not showing up, people's energy being down. This is the time when we go, we're going to put in a protocol. We're going to do something. We're going to set a day and we're going to go for it. And you guys, how many days do we really have left in December? Unless you're working Christmas, how many days?
9 business days.
Yeah, 9 business days. So when you chunk that down, having a day like this, it can help you get through the end of the year. In fact, Jeff and I just had a call, and I sent him a letter. There is a team leader in Denver that is basically just sending out offer letters. I think I shared it with Dayla yesterday too, right, Dayla? They're just sending out letters, and they're offer letters. So who in your pipeline do you need to be certified, sending an overnight mail to, or go hand delivering a letter saying, I've got an offer from you for my ownership team that, you know, you need to look at before the end of the year, and get into some mass action other than just a day. And what does that look like? The intent of Mad Day is really to go January 2nd and get everybody in the market center January 2nd. That's really the intent of Mad Day.
Terry, I'll add to that. Yesterday when we were in the RD meeting with John Davis, one of the things that he said was, two things that you just said. He said also, one,
I coach him on what to say. I'm kidding.
You all sound the same, because these are two things that he said. He made us, every single person in the room, we had to write this down. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And we had to write it down, and then we had to sit there and think about it. And then we did an exercise, and honestly, it was very eye-opening. He had all of the RDs kind of share. So everybody, you know, because this is everybody that represents the 32 regions in the room represent 180,000 agents, basically. And so everyone, we were talking about how some people have given up their competitiveness. Like, where has it gone? Why are we not competitive? And when people are coming after our people, why are we not going back and like punching them in the face and not literally, but hitting them to go get their people? And so we did an exercise where every region stood up and said how many markets in their region have really been hit by competition. So out of the whole entire room, well, this was across the United States and Canada, there were 79 markets that had actually really been hit with the competition, and that we came up with out of the whole room. And then the second thing he had us do was we had to share whether we felt like there was a strong leader in that area or not. And 78 out of the 79 markets that had been hit by competition had poor leadership, quite frankly. And the competition was able to get a foothold on our people because basically our leaders were asleep at the wheel. And that was really eye-opening to me, well, to everyone in the room, because we're the leaders. And so if you think about that on just your local market center level, are making sure that you're the leader, and are you acting like the largest mega agent in the office? And are you being that leader and not being asleep at the wheel? Because that's when our competition is able to get a foothold on us.
Yeah, that's good. that would have been an amazing demonstration to see.
It was cool, wasn't it, Blair? Blair's probably muted, but yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really good to see. And then with that, they also shared, which we're going to be sending something out to you guys by the end of the week, which is tomorrow, on this, but all of the 2018 achievements from Keller Williams. And they went down every single month of the year and listed all the things that we hit. It was awesome. Like January, Gary was named the most powerful man in real estate. We hit the Triple Crown. February, we hit the Training Magazine Hall of Fame. I mean, just so on. In June, John Davis was named number 30 on the top CEOs list, above Elon Musk and who else, Blair? I can't think of who. He was
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was incredible, like the list. So we're going to put that together for you guys. So
it probably will not be tomorrow. It will be as soon as I get it from KWRI. I'm going to retract Dana's statement.
That's why she's on here, right?
Love it.
Keep me in line.
That's right.
Hey, I might surprise you and do it on the plane. Never say never.
Oh, Dana.
Right. Okay, so Terrie, what one piece of advice would you give these leaders to really end this year and start next year with complete commitment and focus?
Enjoy the holiday. Be with your family, right? God, family, business. And the way you're going to do that is to work every minute that you can, right? We've all been there. We're all doing it. Work every minute that you can so that you're not worrying about anything else on your holidays. And I know that's what this region would want for everybody on this call. And I would just say, I've got to go to a coaching call, the next coaching call, but I would say, just get commitments. Who's going to do this? How are we going to track the results? Who's willing to do it and report? Say and pick a day or pick 2 days. Pick a day before the holiday and pick a day immediately after the first of the year and get after it. Don't go get it, like he said, don't be asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
We're not even smelling pumpkins right now. And don't buy into people's cancellations. There's enough people out there to go meet with. There's enough people to follow up with. Somebody cancels on you, great. Next, and get on with it. Do the activity.
Yeah. Thanks, Terrie. Does anybody have a 10-second question for Terrie before jumps on her coaching call? Awesome. Okay. Thank you,
guys.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Christmas, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Terrie.
Thanks.
Okay, one thing I want to tell you guys real quick before we go. So I am lining up first quarter Zooms for you guys, and I want your feedback on what you feel like. Sorry, I just got scrolled because Josh Team and Gary Keller are right there walking in front of my glass right now. I want your all's feedback on this. I'm lining up. Do you guys have interest, or would you appreciate if I had on our Zoom Casey Mock, the leader of KW Land, Leslie Akers, the leader of KW Luxury? I want them to be able to share with you guys how team leaders across the country are nailing it recruiting with our KW divisions, and some scripts and some feedback on how we can nail that going into next year. Would that be helpful for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Commercial included.
Yeah, sorry, commercial. Yeah, I forgot to say commercial. Yeah. So I met with all three of them yesterday, and they've agreed to do a Zoom in Q1 of next year. So I'll get that set up, and I think that would be just really great. And I want to just make sure you guys would appreciate them being on, so that we can learn to recruit to those things. There are some team leaders in the company that are doing a really great job recruiting with the division benefits, and I think that's awesome. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Go have a great rest of your week, and we will talk next week. If you need anything, I'm here. I'll be sending you guys notes from today.
Thanks, Dana.
Okay, have a good day. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Not the